What's really good, YouTube? Sometimes we come across a sneaker that's just too wild, that's beyond comprehension, and I really commend sneaker brands for being so brave at it. And they have to answer to shareholders and higher ups. But at a certain level, you gotta go wild. And so today, I'll be reviewing the Nike SB Dunk Low Sandy. Now before I get into it, make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell for any updates. I'd like to also announce that I've taken a swing at a Patreon account, so if you're keen on supporting, the link is in the description below. So this pair is a pair that is inspired by a legendary shoe that was released in 2003. It was a special charity auction between eBay and Nike SB that fetched a whopping $30,000. Can you believe it? It's also an homage to the legendary VP of Special Projects at Nike, Sandy Bodecker, who untimely passed in 2008. Sandy was instrumental with that one-of-one pair that was auctioned back in the day, but now this pair allows for the general consumer to enjoy the general ethos of what that pair represented with one big caveat, which is this playful, deconstructed construction. In conjunction with this release, there were 10 limited edition boxes that were auctioned off on eBay, and in these boxes, there was a saw, these pair of Sandy Dunks, as well as the eBay Dunk. And also the box was skatable, it was grindable. Very clever. And let's just say, this time around, this pair retails for $130 and not $30,000, which is crazy. Now getting into this pair, here we have a white toe box, and surrounding the toe box is a panel of yellow patent leather. Moving to the lateral sides of the shoes, the panels are divided by these clear plastic panels which disrupts the usual dunk silhouette. The mid panel is also constructed of the white standard Nike leather and with hints of vibrant blue patent leather for the swoosh. And then as we go to the rear of the shoe, there are panels of verdant red patent leather, and it's clear that the clear paneling and fraying of leather is continuous throughout this transition. Note also that the midsole is predominantly white with clear rubber material that provides some continuity with the clear paneling. On the back side of the shoe, you see this continuation of the red patent panel, exposed white leather, and embroidered on the heel tab is a simple SB lettering with the swoosh in blue. Note that the original heel tab for the eBay charity dunk was Nike embroidered in the eBay font. Onto the eye stays, there are of this ecto green patent leather, and then the laces are this vibrant blue. Only one pair of laces in this dunk. And the tongue here is consisted of this white mesh with also a transition of these clear panels. They're staying true to this design language here. For the top of the tongue, we see this bright green trim with the same Nike SB swoosh detail we saw on the heel tab on the patchwork here. And in addition to that, we see hashtag Nike SB Forever, which is unique to this pair. The inner collar is also of this bright green color, and then on the insoles you see a picture of Sandy Bodecker as well as the eBay charity dunk. And finally onto the outsole, you see this transition between red, and clear to play off on the fact that the eBay dunk in 2003 was chopped up. So for the resale, the prices are pretty fair on the lower sizes. I feel that the prices are steadily falling, and so if you're keen on these, I'd say wait for a few more weeks from when this video drops. It's no surprise as the only thing that could fuel these prices is supply, but the supply was pretty decent here, enough to normalize these for those who actually want them to cop them. Now let's see what people are saying about these shoes on the socials. One Instagram user said that clear is gonna be yellow in about 2 months, LOL. You know, I thought about that myself. Another Instagram user said worst dunk this year. You know, I kind of agree with that because of all the amazing dunk releases this year, this fell the most short. This user said should have given us the OG pair with no cuts, then maybe a layer of paint that reveals a cut-like texture. I would say I would just go with the no cut look. And here's Eric Costin rocking these SB Dunks, and he is attempting a kickflip here, and he doesn't make it. Okay, so some people are saying this shoe is bad for skating. We will see. In the Sparky store out in the Netherlands, they did something special here by cutting up the boxes for this release, And some people debate that this is probably the best way that Nike SB could have officially released them. Unfortunately, this is specific to this store. Now the box that this pair comes in is of the standard rainbow box from Nike SB to represent this current era. So the fit for these Wild Dunks, I usually go a size 8 for Dunks, and I did the same here. And what I gotta say is that this shoe isn't the most comfortable shoe. You do lose some padding due to the clear paneling construction here, but I'd say just go true to size here, or true to your Dunk size. Now in terms of craftsmanship, I gotta say the materials used here are pretty clean. The patent leather is shiny and pristine. The only thing I have complaints here is the clear paneling that's throughout the shoe. I'm not sure it's from the oils from my fingers or from the factory, but I do see blemishes here and there. In addition to that, the sole, I could see that there is not a clear transition from the clear paneling to the sole, but that's just me being nitpicky here. It's really difficult to control the molten material as it's being injection molded for these soles, so it's understandable, and they probably didn't want to cut a whole new tool just for this pair. I think they just want to modify existing tooling, so understandable from an engineering standpoint. So in terms of my personal thoughts for this sneaker, I gotta say this is probably top 5 worst sneakers to come out of Nike this year, only because of how unwearable this truly is and the questionability of how comfortable it is. Nowadays, I like to wear sneakers that are really comfortable and not just something for shock value, right? I think the worst sneaker, however, this year was probably the off-white Nike Air Terraforma, which is way too wild for my taste. So in the end, I'd love to hear what you guys think. Do you guys think that this is a befitting ode to Sandy Bodecker's legacy? Do you feel the craziness of the paneling of this shoe and the history that it represents? Sound off in the comments. I respond to every single comment and I read every single comment. I appreciate you guys. Your views and your comments motivate me to make more sneaker content. I'll catch you guys next time.